Yo, yo, what is up, homies? My name is Dave Higgins. Welcome to Sandbox Xplorer. Alright, so the Nintendo Switch Lite was announced recently, and, you know, it's a different option. It's kind of cool. It's got some pros and cons. For me, it's got more cons than pros compared to having an original model, but, you know, if you don't have one yet, it's a viable option for you. Now, if you're like me and you already own a Switch and you want a little more power, you know, faster processing, better graphics, better battery life, stuff like that, then you're hoping for a Nintendo Switch Pro, whatever they're gonna call it. If you heard, recently Nintendo filed to have some hardware changes to their original model, and that could mean, you know, the Switch Pro that we're looking for. It could mean not so much. Nintendo just announced, it seems like it's leading more towards the not so much range. Nintendo of Japan's Twitter had an announcement on there about, you know, a revised model of the original Switch that is gonna be released in mid-August, and it's basically the exact same Switch as the original one, except there is a better battery life on it. Now, don't get me wrong, that's really awesome. The battery on the original Switch is like 2.5 to 6.5 hours roughly, you know, depending on what game you're playing. If you're playing Stardew Valley or something like that, it's gonna be longer. If you're playing Breath of the Wild, it's gonna be significantly shorter. Now, this new revised model, the only difference on it is the battery. Everything else is the same. Seemingly, I'm sure there's some minor hardware changes, maybe some upgraded chips that allow it to have the longer battery, but the main difference, the only discernible difference that we can tell from what they told us, is that you get, instead of 2.5 hours, you get 4.5 hours to 9 hours of battery life, which, that's a big jump. And I gotta say that being the only difference alone, that's pretty close to me wanting to actually upgrade and get that, but I have a really hard time, unless there's a really good deal, like you trade it in and it's only like $100 to trade up for it or something like that. Anything short of that, I'm probably not gonna jump on it, because I already have my Switch, I already spent the money. It's not a big enough difference really for me to want to upgrade, even though I really would love to have at least like 4 hours of playtime when I sit down and play a game, because I mean, I have to charge my battery pretty much every time I ever play my Switch, even for more simplistic games. Now, if you don't have a Switch, then this is a really good thing. This is great news for you. I'd wait a month from now, basically, to get that new Switch. If you're really interested in the Switch Lite, then I guess go for that one, but it seems to be that the clear-cut winner between the two would really be this revised model, because you get the original Switch with all the abilities of it, as well as a much longer battery life. Even compared to that of the Switch Lite, which has a better battery life slightly than the original Switch model. It's even gonna have the same price point at $300, so it's not like it's gonna be more expensive, it's just replacing the old one. So when the old stock goes out, that's all there's gonna be left. So kind of upset that I only have a small battery life now, but it's okay, I still love my Switch. Now, if you're going to a retailer or wherever you're buying your Switch from, if you want the new model, there's a couple telltale differences that Nintendo has outlined, and they're actually gonna have a newer packaging for the actual box itself, so you'll be able to tell that way. And also, the original serial number starts with XAW, and the new one's gonna start with XKW. So if you look for those, then you'll be able to make sure that you're getting the new, improved, longer battery life, same-ish Nintendo Switch. If Nintendo for some reason said that they are absolutely not ever going to release a Pro model or a new hardware version that's gonna have enhanced graphics, enhanced processing, all that, you know, hopefully at some point, a bezel-less screen, please. It's just a little bit more screen and it makes sense, come on. But if Nintendo really says that they're just never ever gonna do that, then I would spend the money on the better battery life one, because that is a big difference, honestly. I really want that, but I just don't want to spend the money on it. It's not that much of a difference, but it is that much of a difference. I don't know. I'm really conflicted in my head. But for now, I'm still probably gonna just hold out hope on a Pro coming out. Come on. In addition to the revised Switch that they announced, Nintendo also said that they're coming out with some new colors for the Joy-Cons. There's one that comes with a blue and a neon, respectively, as well as a purple and an orange one, respectively. You can probably buy left and rights in each color, I'm not sure, but you seem to be able to do that with the other Joy-Cons, so I'm sure they're gonna release it that way. That's coming out as well. You'll be able to purchase those starting October 4th. Also, great news for Luigi's Mansion fans. If you're looking forward to playing that, you don't have to wait that long. It's coming out October 31st, launching on Halloween, so you get to play the spooky Luigi's Mansion game on the spooky day. That's really the most perfect day that it could launch, so I'm really excited, and my Halloween is going to definitely be spent playing Luigi's Mansion. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 comes out tomorrow. I have been looking forward to playing that for a while and finally get to do it tomorrow. So me and my buddy Tyler, we're looking forward to playing that. He's been looking forward to it even more so than I am. He's a huge Marvel fan. He loves comic books and all that. So the two of us are going to play multiplayer tomorrow, and I'm going to try to record that and upload it so you can check out the multiplayer and see how you like the game. And it's looking like it's going to be a lot of fun, so look forward to that. But at San Diego Comic-Con, they actually announced that there's going to be some more characters you'll be able to play as. On August 30th, as part of a free update, you'll be able to play as Colossus and Cyclops. Also, as part of the expansion pass, there's the Marvel Knights chapter. You'll be able to play as Blade, Moon Knight, Punisher, and Morbius. And also, out of the box, starting tomorrow, you'll be able to play as Loki as well. So for all you Marvel fans, whether or not it's from the comic books, from the cinematic universe, wherever it's from, tomorrow is going to be an exciting day for you. You probably already know, and I talked about it on my channel as well, that Resident Evil 5 and 6 are coming to the Switch. They're joining Resident Evil 0, 1, and 4 that have already launched on the Switch, and they announced that 5 and 6 are going to be released on October 29th. Strangely, or interestingly, however you want to look at it, or aggravatingly enough, the price point of it is really weird. I don't know what it's gonna be digitally for them, but the physical version is gonna be $60, and you're gonna have 3 games with it. You're gonna have 4, that's gonna be packaged in with it, 5 and 6. So it's gonna be $20 a game for each one, when 0, 1, and 4 were released already, and they're $30 a piece. Even when you buy the package of the 0 and 1, it's $60, so they're $30 each still. I don't understand that. It doesn't really make any sense. If they were all $20 to begin with, I'd already own 0, 1, and 4, but they're $30. I don't feel like spending $90 on the 3 games that have been out for a long time. So I'm gonna have to really wait for like a nice sale to get these and pick them up and play them. I want to, but it's a lot of money. I could see if 5 and 6 were $30 and 0, 1, and 4 were $20. But it's opposite. I don't understand it. But hey, if you love Resident Evil and you don't mind the extra $10, except for the other ones that are coming out is $20, it's weird, then they're coming out soon. You can pick up all of them, whatever you want. Also noting that the card for 5 and 6 is actually 4. You get 4 on the physical card and you download 5 and 6 digitally. So it's still not really physical completely, just partially. I don't know. I'm a digital guy now for Switch only. But yeah, those are coming out, so look forward to those if you're interested. Also, Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz is being remastered and re-released on the Switch, so if you're interested in Super Monkey Ball, you played those when you were younger, or you never have before and you're interested, because, you know, maybe you're interested in the concept of it, then, you know, that should be interesting. I never really played it. I know that game originally had like gyro controls, and that wasn't really well received. And this one on the Switch is gonna not have that, so that's probably gonna be a big difference in that game between this one and that one. Yeah, so more news will come out on that as it's getting closer to release, but just felt like mentioning that to anybody who's interested. Also, it's possible that WWE 2K20 might come out on the Switch as well. 2K18 was a garbage game. It was probably the worst game. If it wasn't the worst game, it was definitely top 3. I would say probably top 2, but probably the worst one. It's probably that and Ark are probably the worst 2 games on the Switch. As far as performance goes, they have potential, but they just horribly dropped the ball on that. Like, they messed up. I love wrestling, and I would love to have a wrestling game on the Switch. I had it, but it just didn't work. So hopefully they got all the bugs out from whatever they did wrong on that before, because the NBA games on Switch, they work. I have the one I picked it up for $3 and it plays great. So whoever was on the development team just, I don't know what they did wrong. They did something wrong. And I hope that they fix it this time, because this could even be not real. It could even not be on the Switch, I don't know. But if it is, then I'm excited, because again, I would really love to play a portable wrestling game that's this quality. I had SmackDown vs. Raw 2008, like back on PSP. Very different. Let's hope that that's got some validity to it and it's done right this time. And lastly, I just want to mention that this is pretty cool. A Southwest airline, all the passengers on one particular flight all received a copy of Super Mario Maker 2 and a Switch console. I'm jealous. I wish that my Switch was just given to me for free, as well as Super Mario Maker 2, because I paid for both of those. But it's really cool that happened. So if you're one of the people from that flight, good for you. I'm happy for you. Enjoy your Switch, and I hope that you're a fan of it now if you weren't before. Well, that's it. There was just a bunch of announcements and stuff that I thought was noteworthy to let you guys know about in case you haven't heard about it, so I have done so. Like this video, subscribe, and hit that bell so you know when I release a video, and share this video too, because other people might want to know about some stuff too, and maybe they haven't heard about me, so I don't know, help me out a little bit, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. Anybody who's a subscriber, I really appreciate you, because if you weren't subscribing to me, then I wouldn't really have a reason to be doing this, because there will be nobody watching. So I just hit the 50 subscriber mark, and I really appreciate that, guys. I felt like that was a milestone. I felt like, you know, when I reached 10, I was like, oh, double digits, and now I have 50. I'm halfway to 100, so it's really cool that I'm getting some traction, just a little bit of traction, but it's because of you guys, so thank you, and help me get to 100. I really like to get to that triple digit mark and try to move on up, and I want to continue doing this, so yeah. Thank you again for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.